Yes, also, let's, fuck it. They need to be built eventually. If they do it now, they can do it now. It just means we won't get all of these wonderful notifications because, I'm doing things out of the order the game recommends. But that's totally okay, right? So, power generator, power nodes, I really like building. I think the proper way to go about this, because these actually function differently, right? So if you see here, this power node has 150 capacity with 5 range, and this has 50 capacity with 4 range. This all has 25 capacity with 4 range. So I'm really not sure, but like I kind of feel like the way to go about it is to build low power things throughout the center of your ship and then build nodes where like all the power is going to be rerouted to. So like the main channels be this, and then in say like our workshop and in our kitchen we have power nodes. Need to leave, might make it back before the stream's over. Alright, catch you around, dude. Cheers for hanging out. Yeah, but the way that I've generally been doing this is just power nodes all up through the middle, like essentially the opposite. Power nodes up the middle and then wall nodes or floor nodes into the various rooms. So I don't know how I should go about it. I think I'll go about it the way I know first because I can at least monitor it. Like the power capacity, I guess having that in the hallways. Oh, and you know what? I never took the time to divert power specifically in specific directions as well. I might look into that a bit more. Touch on maybe doing some of the more advanced mechanics of this because I've played through the start of it a bunch of times and gotten pretty far, but I haven't gotten all the way through the game. So it'd be fun to see if I can really just like set the ship up for good success. We can cruise along. Hopefully we don't have a blackout and everyone die of, cold or lack of oxygen. So, yeah, guess we'll have to see. This is good. Our logistics are not getting overwhelmed because nobody's doing anything other than hauling things, which could be better. So let's get another 2 of those spent. Let's get a bit more water. And can't do anything more interesting with you. We can also build a few hull blocks. This needs... Oh, we've got 5 biomatter. Why is no one doing this? Oh, because I haven't said it. That might be why. Okay, I understand. I get this game. So this is where the node would be in range. Just gonna dig out the bare necessity for now. This will be shaped around... well, this will fit nicely into a room that I set up. But for now, we don't need the actual room. So we only need the link to our energy generator, or our power generator, sorry. And once we establish that link, we can bring our power further up. I don't exactly know how far it will take us, so I'll need to do the same thing again up here. Excellent. You can get up to there. So let's dig out a little hole for this too. And clear you for now. And then that can get us access to the center of the ship. Or power to the center of the ship. Which is great. I will also extend this just a tad. Good. That's built. I can go to power. Grab another node. Smack it down there. And connect you. Oh, it hasn't been built yet. Never mind. Go away. Thank you. So it would be nice to put another large storage thing here. So, in fact, probably 4 in the middle by the time we start to get very well stocked up. And that's cool because around it we can do things like thermal generators. And also I can anticipate being one there, so I can just chuck a generator there as well. Yeah. That'll get a bit of heat going on in here. What else do I need? I also need a place for oxygen and gas. So I will build out on this. That'll be a wall, and then 1, 2 for the equipment, and then 1 for a space to walk, and probably go out. Two for the oxygen, 1 for the gas, and 1 for a water purifier. Water collector, and 1 for a wall. Yeah, there you go. I suppose I could have just built extra later, but whatever, it's fine. And what else do we need? Toilet would be a good thing one day. One day. Do need a tools facility, but we don't really need a tools facility, you know? So, we only need one before we leave. You are blocked up. Okie dokie. Industry is looking swell. Composting is going fine. So, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Customize. There we go. I found the thing. So, if anybody out there has been keeping track of any of these folk, and you're perhaps like, hell yeah, I want to play as this guy. I want to play as... Who's this? Eldon, the nyctophiliac lawyer who does a hell of a lot of mining and will eventually be our key researcher. Just be like, just speak up in chat, be like, yo, chuck me in as Eldon. And by the way, can I have a pink shirt? And I'll be like, yeah, man, there you go. Easy. So yeah, that'll be nice. Let's take a look at some of the relations. Catmeat and Jonas haven't hit it off very well, apparently. Status. Did something he loves and spacesuit fatigue. Eldon. Oh, doesn't like Jonas. Doesn't like Justine at all. Jonas is not seemingly making many friends. No, he doesn't like Eldon at all. But he doesn't really care about anyone else. Justine is mad at Eldon. Okay, Eldon is making enemies. Krista actually likes him and doesn't like Justine and Winifred. Winifred doesn't like Krista. So they have their own little beef forming. But there seems to be a pretty big consensus. Well, not really, actually. There's a few people who don't like Jonas, a few people who don't like Eldon. Eldon really doesn't like Justine, but she seems... No, and Krista doesn't like her either. And in terms of friends, nobody's really made friends. Eldon's getting along with Krista, and Jonas is getting along with Winifred. Winifred with Jonas, Krista with Eldon. So, relationships are forming. Interesting. ship is also coming along quite nicely, which is good to see. Of course, you built that one before you built this one. It's closest to you, so why wouldn't you? I suppose it's fine as long as they both get built because they both need to be built. There we go. Let's link some power. Link. And link. There we go. That should not reach anything, really. Where does the next one go to? Next one could sit here on the other side of that heater. Essentially the equivalent of being here. So everyone could still access the storage. It just means it couldn't build anything on the other side of that, which is pretty swell. Alternatively, I put it more towards the center. I think it's fine to go out there because I want it to be on the inside of walls of other places. So that's fine. And you can stretch up to there. Alrighty. Cool. There we go. Delete that. And also, we will also need power out to here. Chuck that there. Thank you very much. And I would also like some heat to be generated right there. Thank you very much. And we can even make this place a little nicer to be around by chucking a light right there. Thank you very much. How's space treating you? Yeah, pretty well, thanks. How you doing, also P? We've just recently gotten into this spacey world, and as you can see, we're just at the very early beginnings of building our ship up. It is not even inhabitable as of right now, but soon it will be. Let's grab you, chuck you there. We'll need another one right there. Cool. Very nice. Oh yeah, also, ship seems to be coming along. See, you started from the mining colony. Yeah, I like the mining colony because it essentially gives you a blank slate to work with to start. Although that being said, I really only did the tutorial with the other starts, so can't say for sure really. The end goal of this game, we will be. In fact, I'm not really sure how much of an end goal there is, right? So we are starting here, right? And we will be jumping around and traveling to various areas that have, resources, people to interact with, whatnot. Eventually we'll travel out, all the way out to the Grand Hyperlane. And this is full of clusters like these, Well, that's not. I guess zoom in on the one that has no fucking activity. Yeah, honestly, the goal is to boldly go. There is no real end game to this game. It is just survive and thrive. And once we've explored enough, and once I've gotten all the research, really, then probably just call it, Or like suicide into somebody's home base or something. But yeah, it's just essentially survive is the aim of the game. And once you have gotten to the point where you can survive ad nauseum, then you go to your vomit, really. Which is kind of, in a sense, how these games work. If you look at something like, say, Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, there is what's it called? I forget what it's called. Where a persisting, like a persisting world, right? So if you run a fortress in Dwarf Fortress and everything dies, then you can come back to that game with a different group of colonizing dwarves, or you can come back in adventure mode as just a singular person, and you can revisit your destroyed base. Ooh, that got damaged. Right, somebody's on it. So there is kind of persistence, and you can also set your fortresses to essentially run on AI, right? So like you can build them up to be so successful and so great that they can survive whatever, and then you can set them to run on AI, and then you can start a new game, and you can trade with those dwarves, or you can build on the kingdom or empire that you have established your fort with, or you know, you can go against it as well. You can fight them and see how well you can take that. But a game like this game is, as I said at the start, it's quite new, so it doesn't have, I don't know, everything, I suppose. I feel like there will be more added to the game to make like longevity and replayability a more viable in the future. If there were, I wouldn't tell you anyway. Who really wants spoilers? Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, you know, to be totally fair, I don't actually know how much story there is to this game. Like, it could be that as we travel, like, we start picking up pieces of quests through data logs and things like that, and it may end up being, like, we have to follow this whole tree of events to kind of reach a quote-unquote end game. So, yeah, it could be like that. Cool. For now, though, you know, we just need to get our ship in working order. Getting everything into our supplies is great to see. Got over 100 things over as well with everything we've built. Alright, oxygen is ready for a home. So, that's where our wall will be. So we'll take it one away. Gas scrubber can go there. And there will be something that we unlock that can go there in the future. And I suppose I could build walls around these now to make it look a lot nicer, but, nah, you know? It's fine. I'd like these energy blocks for other things first. But once we're comfortably set up, I'll start setting down the walls. Get that there. Extend this hull all the way up to the end, because this is where our cockpit will be. No power. Of course, yeah. So that is something that won't be an issue forever, but is an issue for when we want to take off. What do I need to build? I need to build... Let's sketch a few things out. I want to build something like this, which will be a hangar bay. That will be what holds our shuttle hangar, which is one of these ships, and a couple of pod hangars, which will do for mining and for scavenging ships. So something there, like something along those lines is great. It might need to be a bit thicker. In fact, I'm sure it'll need to be a bit thicker. So let's go like that and see how well one of these squeezes into that. Or perhaps like this. I think I'd rather it sit like this. That might have been too much then. I'll cancel one row. Surviving is a quest in and of itself in this game. Do you have a minor suggestion for me? Always turn off direct food consumption in the overview tab of the storage bins. So, direct consumption. Is that a thing? Or am I looking in the wrong thing? Bring here, minimum. In the overview tab of the storage bins. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong thing. Direct food consumption. Okay. Allows crew members to eat food directly from the storage. A full crate of one food type is consumed. Yeah, that's not a great idea. Because I would like them to combine those food types into other food. Yeah, no, they're only taking like decimal points of other food types to create a whole thing. So, yeah, good call. I had not even looked at that. It completely ignored that check mark. So, cheers for that. You're fine. We've got plenty of water. And you'll never operate again. I can... Yeah. No, never mind. We might need electronic components, so I want to hold a little bit of raw resources first. This, however, can absolutely build up another 10. This is idling and could take another 5. It's a bit hidden. Yeah. I mean, it's really... Just really have no need to kind of look at the overview, you know? Because, like, the rules is exactly the same thing, but a more thorough interaction menu. So, like, why look here? Well, yeah. Like, if you go like that. These are the guns that we can get. Ideally, we can get a bunch of assault rifles, and then we can just plow through people. This is... What? A light not on the grid. God damn it. That's really not worth building anything for. So let's just fucking put it there. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Alright, everyone's sleeping. That's totally okay. You built all the way out to the end. That's great. Let's see how far our power will stretch. It will cover everything except something that sits on the far wall. So that's good. Let's crank that out. Ditch that. And so, yeah, our cockpit and operations, navigations, all that will be at the very front of the ship, naturally. And directly next to that, I will likely be putting our crew quarters on this side and possibly a prisoner's quarters on this side. Want them as far away from things like the industry and the shuttle launching bays as possible so they don't take debuffs for comfort, because if we go into something like this, you see once we get into our more industrial area, things start getting really uncomfortable to be around. And it's not like they'll walk into this minus 167 comfort and suddenly want to kill themselves. But it does mean that spending too much time in things like this will lower their mood. And if they are not able to get to a well-lit and relaxing area like their bedroom or a kitchen, then they're more prone to suffer mental breakdowns. Which, I'm not just joking, suicide is an actual thing that can happen in this game. You can get people who have the trait suicidal, and if they have a mental break, they will try and lock themselves in a room and kill themselves. So that's something to deal with. Fortunately, we have none of them in our crew as of right now, but they might come along. Also, P, I'm not sure if you were here when I said it before, but if you would like, I can go over these characters, and you can keep an eye on them if you like, see what they're up to, check their stats. If any of them take your fancy, You can just shout out and I would be happy to rename any one of them. You can pick their clothes as well, whatever you'd like to wear. Yeah, by all means, the character can be yours. They have started making some sort of social relationships. Ooh, boy. And it does look like a few people are going to start getting into fights one day. So, and now these people are just chilling out here. Okay, fine, whatever. I guess we need to build more... Yeah, you can't handle that production. I guess we need to build more heat generator. Oh yeah, first up though. Airlock. Shuttle hangar. Need to go one more. Damn it, I was right on the bloody money and I was like, I don't want to overcommit to this. We'll just see how it goes. And of course... Yep, there we go. So when I build that, that'll be shuttle stuff. And this will be my industry zone. So let's go like something like yeah, I can stretch it all the way out, I think. Yeah, sure. So industry will be a great thing to get up and operational on our ship, because when once we've got our life support going, i.e. enough temperature and enough oxygen, then we will want people to be coming over here to work. Let's build a final power node up here. I don't need to connect any of these. In fact, I didn't even really need to connect to this. I will disconnect that, because that is just a worthless drain on power right now. In fact, really having any of this running is a worthless drain on power right now, because they're mostly just hanging out in their spacesuits anyway, so I don't need heat, I don't need oxygen, but whatever. I don't need to fully min-max this. Temperature is very slowly spreading. Good to see. Oxygen is... yeah, very comfortably filled out, but can't really pump it that much down here where people are hanging out and sucking it up before it has the chance to spread. Totally fine though. As people leave, that'll fill out more. I will eventually hollow out this side as well and chuck another generator over there. And I will also chuck a generator in my prison quarters, because having lots of people, say for example, sleeping in a walled off rooms as such, can cause a lot of issues with oxygen circulation and, you know, CO2 emissions. So, having a generator nearby and a gas scrubber nearby to just do that in a more isolated area is a pretty good idea, and having a couple set up to just handle the ship as a whole is also a very nice idea. I can get these mining things done, but I'd like to send them to our new ship, because we'd just be transferring them anyway. So let's do that. You are able to build more, so let's go 20 more. We are chewing through those hull blocks. Do have 14 over here, but totally spent the rest that were over on the mining platform. Building job not possible. Wait, what? Why not? Oh, because then no one's carried over enough resources. Okay then, I suppose we can force transfer a few more. Seriously though? Alright, let's get them over. Transfer all them. Get all them. May as well get all them. Yeah, she'll be right for now.